All right, we're ready to go. So I think most of you know me. There might be a couple, maybe one or two of you that don't know me. So I'm Dusty. I'm one of Jeannie's best friends. Jeannie's got friends all over the country, but I love her to pieces, and she is my best friend. So I am in your upline, part of your Plexus family, even though I don't like the word upline because I always like to say I'm running alongside you guys. I'm not above you. I'm beside y'all. And we're all doing this together. So anyways, so tonight I had just something very simple to talk to you guys about. Some of this you may have already heard in the past or at one time or another, but maybe today you're ready to receive it, right? But these are some really invaluable words that you can use for yourself as well as people that join you along your journey. So I want you to think of this. You joined Plexus either for the products or the business opportunity, and I'm just guessing if you're on this call tonight, you're definitely involved in the business, because most people that are on the team calls are. You joined it for the products and you joined it for the business. Did you know that whether you do the business part or not, that time is going to pass whether you do it or not? That's kind of really powerful if you think about it. If you think about time is going to pass whether I do the business opportunity or not. So think about where you are today. Are you a dental hygienist? Are you a nurse? Are you a teacher? Are you a mom? Whatever it is in your career, you're probably going to be that in a year, right? Time's going to pass if you don't do anything different. You're probably going to be in the same spot that you are. For some people, that's okay. But for you people that are on this call, you're on this call because you're wanting to get better. You're wanting to grow. You're wanting to do something more for your family. Is it to get a new car? Is it to contribute to that retirement fund, right? So in 1 year, you're going to be right where you are today if you don't do something else, because time is always going to pass. So what would your life look like in a couple of years if you actually took the time to go ahead and learn, better yourself, and actually work this business? So is this business 15 minutes a day for you? Is it an hour a day for you? I don't know. Whatever your schedule looks like, but it's worth giving up Netflix. It's worth giving up that idle time. Maybe it's that time you use whenever you come home and you pick up a fiction book or something like that. Maybe you could utilize that time to work your Plexus business or read a personal development book instead of like a fiction book. I'm not saying that you can't ever read a fiction book or ever watch Netflix. I'm just saying for the time being, over the next couple of years when you're growing your business, if time's going to pass by anyways, why not utilize it in a more fashionable way? Something that I've been talking to with several girls on this amazing team that we have lately is when they sign somebody up, a lot of times they say, well, that person is only wholesale. They never want to work the business. So they sign them up, they get them started off on the products, and then they never talk to them again. Now, I'm not going to say that everybody on this team has been perfect and they've never had this happen. Because, guys, I have signed people up in the past. I've got them off and going. I always check on people. Don't get me wrong. I never, walk away from them. But after a certain amount of time, I'm like, I have kind of let myself drift away. But here's the thing. You want to learn from people's mistakes, right? Because did you know some of the people that are in Plexus that are Emerald, Sapphire, Diamond, Senior Ruby were a wholesale ambassador or somebody's customer for 6, 8 months, a year and a half before they decided that they wanted to work the business? So what if you treated those people that come on as a wholesale ambassador just as though they were your customer? And this doesn't take long, you guys know. If you make a list and put them down and follow up with them monthly, every month after you get them started for a successful plan, right? Because what if in 6, 8 months, a year, they're ready to join you and they're ready to run with the business? You gave them that love and support that they needed to continue in the business. I have just seen so many people over the last several weeks that I've talked to, they say, yep, I get them started, and I tell them, if you need me, come get me. Now, we always say that that's important because we can't spend all day, every day talking to everybody, right? But once a month, we can check on people. Over the last 4.5 years, I have been blessed to recruit about 200 people into the business. And that's both on my account and my husband's account, because I work both of our accounts. I'm not here to say that Derek fully 100% works his account. He does some. He brings me lots of awesome people. But over the last 4.5 years, I've probably sponsored over 200 people. Have some of those people fallen through the cracks? Probably so. Because in the beginning, I didn't have that awesome follow-up system that we're so privileged to know about now, right? So just once a month, following up with those people, that might be 2 or 3 people a day for me to just send a really quick message to just tell them I'm here, make sure they're taking their products right. It's that simple. Because guys, guess what? Time is going to pass by whether we work this business or not, right? So it's how we work it. So I just want you guys to know, you guys know all the IPA stuff you're supposed to be doing, the reach outs, the follow-ups, and all that stuff to new people to bring them on board. But I just don't want you to forget about those people that you check on at least once a month, because what if that was that person? Did you guys know that Amy Paul took the products for 7 months before she decided to work the business and become a Diamond Ambassador? 7 months. That's a long time. What if her sponsor didn't ever check on her? What if her sponsor quit asking her to join in trainings? What if her sponsor didn't make sure she was taking the products right? She might never have that amazing line of jewels that are underneath her, right? So guys, I just want you to remember to follow up with people. It doesn't mean that you work with them 24/7, but just check on them at least once a month. Don't forget about those wholesale people or those awesome customers that you have, because what do we say all the time, Jeannie? Happy customers make amazing ambassadors, right? Did you know that I was a customer? I never wanted anything to do with the business. Look at me now, right? What if Tammy hadn't followed up with me and kept me in the loop, right? What if she what if she never told me that she believed in me, that she knew I needed this business opportunity, that I could be that mama that I always wanted to be? What if she quit telling me that stuff? She never gave up on me, just like so many other people that I see on this team that are here now. I guarantee you, Tina wouldn't be here if Jeannie didn't tell her how awesome she was. Libby wouldn't be here if she wasn't there to connect to Jeannie. Serena wouldn't be there if there wasn't amazing leadership for her to connect to on this team. I mean, it's all about the connection. So I know that you guys know about a lot of this stuff, but I just wanted to remind you to utilize that word, utilize those words. Time will pass you by whether you do this business or not. So do you want to be in the same place that you are now in 2 years? What if? So that's really invaluable wording that you can use to people that say that they're just not ready, they're not sure, or maybe they just need that extra push, that put into their mind of, you're right. In 2 years, I'm going to be right where I started. Nothing's going to change if I don't take it. And what if this is my opportunity? Because I really believe if you're reaching out and telling somebody that this is their opportunity, it is their opportunity, or you wouldn't be reaching to them, right? So guys, just remember that. Let's see here. Looking at my notes. Okay, so I want you guys, I'm just going to challenge you right now. So many people only talk about the products. And Jeannie will tell you in the beginning, I was guilty of that. She was guilty of that. We both were very guilty of only talking about products. Now, I'm not telling you to not talk about the products. I want you to talk about the products. But I want you to be boldly sharing about the business opportunity. So some of you are like, whoa, that's scary. I don't want people to think I'm money hungry. Guys, if they are truly, truly your friend and they know who you are, they're not going to think that you're money hungry. Jeannie knows my heart. I'm not money hungry. Libby, am I money hungry? No. Megan, am I money hungry? Have I ever treated you any different than anybody else on this team? No, never would, because that's not my heart. However, I'm just going to tell you, the money is real, the opportunity is real. What if you message somebody and you were to say, Serena, say that you were just my friend, okay? You didn't know, you just knew me from work, all right? And if I came to you, Serena, and I said, Serena, did you know that my friend was making $35,000 a month in this company? And I use the word my friend. Would that inspire you at all? For me to say, I have a friend that makes $35,000 a month. Wouldn't that just inspire you to say, I'm saying I actually know somebody? So, guys, I want you to think of somebody today that you know needs the business opportunity, and I want you to reach to them, and I want you to say, listen, my friend Jeannie is making thousands of dollars in this business. You and I could do that together. I know her. She's doing it. Would it inspire you for me to tell you that so I don't tell this a lot, but would it inspire you to be able to tell somebody that, guys, my friend Dusty, because I want you to always know that I am your friend no matter what, my friend Dusty makes between $16,000 and $17,000 a month in Plexus. Because I'm your friend, you can utilize that to say, I know somebody that's actually making this kind of money. People want to know that you know the person. This is key, because so many times in network marketing, people are like, you know what? No, it's somebody that's in my upline. I don't know them. I've never met them. I've never talked to them. I've never seen them. They're making this kind of money. Now, some of you on this call might be saying, Dusty, I really don't know you. I haven't had a chance to talk to you. Well, guess what? You're talking to me now. I am an open book. I have nothing to hide. I'm your average everyday person. I am your friend. Okay, so you can utilize this. And if any one of you messages me in a three-way chat with you and your new prospect to say, this is my friend Dusty, and she makes X amount of money every month over and over and over with Plexus, I'm going to be there to chat with you. Jeannie's going to do the same thing. Whoever your sponsor is going to be there to do the same thing. Do you understand that? That's such a thing of beauty. These three-way chats are something we could utilize. But I want you to be bold with the business opportunity, okay? Because that is something that will get people that join your team that will stick with you because they are after a common goal. Their why. People need money to live. People need money to chase their dreams. People need money to use for their people. Plexus is their vehicle to get to what they want, okay? Everybody has something that they want to get to, and you guys need to know that it's okay to talk like that. It's okay to want that kind of stuff. So you have to be bold and passionate whenever you're approaching somebody to say, hey, oh my gosh, you would be amazing in this business with me. My friend makes $10,000 a month or $5,000 a month, whatever you want to use, whoever you're talking about, it doesn't matter. And we could do this together, and we could be right there with them. Speak boldly about the business opportunity, because if you ask any diamond or jeweled person that is in the company, those people that are still with them, that are still building, are business builders. They're after that goal. They need to be talking about the business. I guarantee you, let's see here. Serena, do you talk about the business when you reach out to people?
Yep, I do.
Libby, do you talk about the business when you reach out to people?
That's mainly my cold calls, yeah. I don't do a lot of product cold calls. I do a lot of opportunity.
Right. And that's the people that have joined her. They have joined these women in a bold opportunity to grow their Plexus business. There's something else that I want to give you tonight. Whenever you're growing in this business, In the last 4.5 years, I've been blessed to have a lot of people join me, and I've had people leave because that's attrition. That's a part of our business. That's just something that you're going to have to deal with as you grow. But I'm going to tell you, the people that have stuck with me in this business have that common goal. It's the business opportunity they have stuck by me with for, okay? So we have that common ground. It's people that are very commonly associated with me in the kind of life I live. Country people, ranching people, rodeo people, people that have the same kind of background as me. So it's the same with Jeannie. She has people that have attached to her that are business builders and stuck with her, people that are connected to her in a community way for her ranching lifestyle, her rodeo with her kids, the mom ability, right? So if you look at people that are successful in Plexus, they've surrounded themselves with people that are like-minded, but also have like interests. So if you ever watch, say you watch me on Facebook, I'm not the #1 social media person, but I do try to grow my audience all the time in different aspects. I do work my social media account very hard. I share a lot about my personal life. I share a lot about my kids. I do share about the business. I share about the freedoms that I have a lot. But if you ever watch me, I do a lot of hashtags. And so obviously if I'm hashtagging about the products or whatever, I'm talking about health, gut health, stuff like that. And I hashtag because people search social media for certain things, for like-minded people that are sharing and talking about the same kind of thing, right? So that's going to draw people to follow you and also friend you. If you ever watch me post, I hashtag a lot boy mom. I get a lot of fellow boy mothers that will follow me or friend me. I hashtag a lot about team roping or ranch life or whatever. Those kind of hashtags are what's going to draw people to you, because 4.5 years into the business, I can post something about giving away a free sample. A lot of times it's going to be crickets for me, because if I don't have a new market of new people, a lot of my friends I have reached out to over the last 4.5 years have probably tried it or have already joined me in some way, shape, or form. So it goes back to the statement, time's going to pass whether you do this or not. So you're always trying to find new ways to connect people to you. A lot of people I can see on here that I know use hashtags a lot. But if you're new and you're not utilizing hashtags, I want to encourage you to utilize the hashtags to get those new followers. Because now if I post that I'm going to give a free sample away, a lot of times it's somebody that's following me, or it's a new contact that I've made through these hashtags that private messages me and says, hey, I want that sample. Tell me more. Because I've connected with these people by an aspect of connection for similarities. And I just want you guys to know that. I mean, if you're somebody like, I kind of pick on Libby and them because I know they don't care, but like Libby's huge into fitness and the way she eats and stuff like that. So I watch her with her hashtags. People that are huge into fitness, eating the way she does, stuff like that, they are going to start following her. They are going to find her on social media. And that group of people is who she's going to start making connections with. And those kind of people will associate with her and join her on this Plexus journey. So if you're on this call tonight and you're not utilizing the hashtags to build an audience that will follow you into the future, you're really, really missing out. Because I know this more than from just experience. I watch a lot of training videos by other network marketers and other companies and try to figure out what they're doing to grow. And I watched an hour-long social media event on just this very same thing. And he was talking about a mother that has, she's a type 1 diabetic herself, and her child was a type 1 diabetic. And they hashtag a lot of things about A1C, diabetics and stuff like that. And so she's built a huge connection, a huge community of other mothers with diabetics. And guess what she's done? Now, I'm not telling you to do this just right away, but after You really, really, I mean, really, really go through your warm market. Now, don't tell me you've all measured them one time and you're already through your warm market. That's not enough for me. You got to follow up with them 6, 8, 10 times before you're going to tell me you're through with your warm market. So don't go there quite yet. You ain't been in here long enough because I see some of your faces. You ain't been here 4.5 years. But anyways, after she has went really through her warm market, she has taken this relationship with these mothers that are type 1 diabetics, and she's formed a group with them, a social media group of just her A1C mothers, so that they have a chat going all the time. But she has taken this group and she has grown it into relationships and where they talk back and forth about things that they do. But guess what? She represents an amazing health and wellness company, and she gets a lot of her people to join her that way. Also in this, I met a gentleman that was a police officer who he connects with other police officers because they have the like interest, right? And now they have a police officer group where they can share about things that are going on at work and whatever. And guess what? This police officer is part of a health and wellness company, and he talks about how it keeps his energy up for his workouts, keeping up for his job and stuff like that. And so he has gained a ton of interest and a lot of followers and a lot of new ambassadors on his team, a lot of new customers through that social media connection. So volume is key in our success to this business. The other day I posted a thing written by I think it's Bill Britt, and he was big into Amway, and he talks about he showed the opportunity to 2,000 people, 200 people, 300 people signed up underneath him. 85 did anything with the business, but out of that 85, it took 11 people to make him a millionaire. Guys, it doesn't take a lot of people that are working the business to keep your business growing, but it does take all of us going through a lot of people to find those business builders, right? So it kind of is a numbers game. And so maybe you're like Jeannie and have all these amazing relationship and friends who she's been working on her whole life. She didn't just start this overnight. She is a relationship girl. People love her. Maybe you're like me and had a very small relationship group. The friends that I loved dearly have joined me in this, but guess what? There was only so many of them. So what does a girl got to do? She's got to get out there and find other people that have the same kind of interests and likes. And that's what I've done. I've been able to have rock stars like Jeannie, but then I had to go find some more rock stars in a cold market. And where did that come from? It came from an amazing group of people that are in the ranching community that bonded with me because I was like them. And if I could do it, they could do it. So, you know what? Serena's an RN. She's going to bond with a lot of other RNs. They're going to associate with her because she's an RN and has liked interests. So some of you are probably sitting on here going, well, I'm not in the ranching community. Oh, I'm not an RN. Who cares? What is it that you like? Are you a photographer on the side? Are you a mom to little girls? Are you a mom to little boys? Is there a health connection to somebody else, like the mom with the A1C? Is your husband a police officer? Are you a teacher? Have you tagged into that niche group of people that will bond and connect to you? Because time's going to pass by, whether you do this or not. You might as well make the most of it and grow your organizations and do the work along the way, right? Edith, I see Edith going, yep, right. So Edith, what is your niche? What is it that you like to do? Don't tell me nothing.
Plexus. My niche, I go into like the bus driving thing. That's big for me. That's the training thing. Any kind of a niche like that, that's kind of the direction that I go. Also, a lot of things that I join like online yard sales in my area, and I friend people from there. I'll find out what their deal is and what they're into. I do online yard sales, online communities, things in my area. I've joined a few. One's a coffee group. One is like an entertainment group, like what's going on in St. George area. And so then I follow those and I friend people in those, and then they see my posts on Facebook, and then they ask me about my plexus.
Right, there you go. So she does have some niches. Now, in Marson, he has the law enforcement community that he could have a niche with if he did something like this. That would be huge, right? I mean, what would be your niche besides health, Libby?
Oh gosh, probably the dental field.
Right?
Just I know a lot of people within it, and they call me a lot for help within like their systems and stuff. So I can make friends along the way that way. But fitness is definitely something that I do love, and I am more what's the word I'm looking? I'm like more visual, or no, I'm more present actually in groups with it than I am on my personal page. And so that is how I do make a lot of friends, is like, you know, you post your daily workout and your daily meals and things of that nature, and you make friends with people in those groups.
Right. I love it. She has her niche. So guys, I just want you guys to know, in 4.5 years, that is one of the biggest things that I have seen. And when I was watching this online training the other day, it was like light bulb moment. Hello, Dusty. Who's stuck with you over the last 4.5 years? The people that are like you, the business-minded people, and the people that are in the ranching community. I mean, hello, and rodeo community, because they find that connection with you. So I love it. Every single one of us has a niche. If you're on this call tonight and you're thinking, I don't have a niche, go to your friend and I want you to ask them, when you think of me, what do you think of? What do you associate? Because I asked this the other day at the rodeo, and I said, if I were to ask you, when you think of Dusty, what do you think about when you think of me? And my friend said, oh, it's easy. You are crazy about animals. You're an animal lover. And I'm like, you're right. There's another niche. I'm crazy about my dogs. If you followed me the other day, I got another new puppy. Oh my God, just what I needed, another puppy. But oh my God, she's so cute. I just want to squeeze her. But so off topic. Whoo, squirrel, sorry. But anyway, so guys, right, she was right. She gave me another niche. So if you're sitting here thinking, I don't have that niche, ask your friend. They're going to tell you exactly what they think of when they think of you. But tell them, don't say plexus. Okay, I had to tell her, don't tell me plexus, because y'all know I love that. Tell me what else you associate me with besides plexus. Start using those hashtags, because you're going to see me hashtagging my Aussie. You're going to see me hashtagging, my gut health and all that other stuff. But people search those hashtags like crazy. I'm just going to tell you, the #1 place to do hashtags besides Facebook, actually even better than Facebook, is Instagram. And if you're not utilizing it, you better get to utilizing it, because over the last, I'm going to say 3 months, and I've been bad the last few days, so forgive me. Been bad the last few days on Instagram, but previous to the last few days, I have gained over like 400 new followers on Instagram. I think it's 400, might be 300, but anyways, just by using different hashtags to try to find that niche between rodeo, health, animals, and stuff like that. So utilize those hashtags. I'm sure you guys have all talked about hashtags, but guys, I just want you to remember that in a year's time, time's going to pass by whether you do this or not. So I want you to remind people that join you in this business that time's going to pass you by whether you do this or not. So you might as well give up Netflix or give up the fiction book time and work your plexus business. So I hope you got something good out of this tonight. Because I'm just going to tell you right now, I've been kind of really off my game today, because I know this is going to sound really stupid to some of you, but my son drove today for the first time. I put him and my other son in a truck, and I sent them off, and I've just been a total wreck all day thinking about my life changing. And and you know what? Time's going to pass me by whether I do something about it or not. So I'm going to work my business.
Dusty, you did awesome. Thank you so much. I loved this. It was a great call. Thank you. Wonderful. You reminded me a lot of the hashtags, and I'm so guilty. I need to get on Instagram. I know I need to do my hashtags. So thank you for that reminder. I totally needed it.
Right, because we all got to get new friends, right? You can never replace the old ones, but you got to get some new ones.
That's right. Right.
So if you guys suck at hashtags and trying to figure out what to put in a hashtag, there's this great app. It's free.
Yeah.
It's called HashMe. And you put in a keyword and it'll just pull up all of these great things and you just select the ones that you like. It's awesome.
Perfect. Love it.
Saver right there.
And they do tell you that whenever you start to use these hashtags, especially like on Instagram, when you start to put the hashtags in, try to put the most popular hashtag in first. Not like if you're going to talk about blood sugars or something like that, instead of doing like balance and other hashtags and then putting blood sugar in the last one, put blood sugar in first because it's more searched than some of the others. And I'm sure that Libby has more to elaborate on that, but
I do, if you don't mind, just a minute.
Go ahead.
So find something that's relative to you too. Like I have my own hashtag because I just did something like it's never too late to be fit. That's my hashtag. And so I try to add that to all of my posts when I do use Instagram. But just one that like is super fun is Brooke Hemingway is the Hemingway Half Dozen. Emily Gibson does the Gibson House of Chaos is hers. And so just those ones specifically tie to them. And so if you ever want to just see what Emily's doing, that one would take you directly to her. And so think of one that would directly tie to you because every time they see it, they're going to think of you as well.
Yep.
Perfect. Great tip. Anybody else have anything they want to add? Because guys, here's the thing. This whole rowboat that we're on, it's not being rowed by me and it's not being rowed by Jeannie. It's being rowed by all of us, and everybody has something to bring to the table. So if you got something valuable to add, jump on here and say it.
Right.
Don't all run at once. Don't make me call on somebody because you know I'll do it.
I'm just going to tell you, Dusty, that ever since day one, I've told everybody that I talk to you about the financial side, using you and Jeannie. I do it all the time. Brought that up just because, not that anybody believes me, but I tell them all the time what kind of money is possible. And I use you guys because it's kind of family.
Exactly.
Right. We are. And guys, utilize us in those three-way chats. Not everybody's game to do a three-way call. We'll do those. You know, any one of us will do those. But sometimes your prospects are scared of those things. So those three-way chats are very easy, and most people are game for that because even if they can't jump on right that second, they can jump on in 15 minutes and see what you wrote. So utilize those three-way chats. If it's somebody that says, do you really make that kind of money? I guarantee you, me and Jeannie or whoever else, whoever you're using it with, will show our 1099 or our monthly whatever, just to show that we do.
Yeah.
You know? Not that we have to prove it, but
Yep.
We're there to validate it. And sometimes, I'll just tell you right now, a lot of the diamonds that I've kind of polled over the last little while, I'm like, you know, what inspired you? And a couple of them said, my friend showed me her check. And I got to thinking, okay.
I agree.
Yeah. I'll never forget, Dusty, when you and I first started, and back then, you know, in my testimony, I always say, Dusty and I got these paper checks, you know, and it actually had, you know, Charles' name on it. It's pretty incredible, you know, the old school. And I will never forget that day you got your check after you got into jewel status and hit, you know, emerald and then hit sapphire. And I'll never forget when you hit emerald and you sent me the picture. I still have it of your check. And we were both freaking out. I remember driving to Tucson. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm on the interstate. You know, I have to like stay on the road. It was incredible. So yeah, it was total motivation, you know, for me to be like, oh, so it's real.
It is so real. And I just feel like so many people are fearful of talking about the money when they always say that money is the root of all evil. Here's the thing. I guess money could be the root of all evil if it gets into the wrong hands, but if it gets into the right hands, a lot of great things can happen with it. And
Right.
if you look at me, I don't live fancy. I'm in my living room and my dining room. It's all in one room. So it's not really changed the way I live, but I'm able to bless a lot of people in my journey, and I'm able to have an amazing retirement plan. I'm just going to tell you that right now. That's amazing. And I never had that before. So everybody has something that they can do. It's not the root of money. It's not the root of all evil if it gets put in the right hands. And I'm guarantee you, everybody on this call here are the right hands. So y'all deserve it. So don't be scared to talk about it.
Not only that, but you know for a fact that that's really everybody's bottom line. I mean, you know, you can sit there and say that we're doing it for any other reason, but to be straight up honest, if you're not making money at it, you're not going to keep doing it.
True. This is true. I've had people tell me before that if you hadn't got me making money, Dusty, I would have never worked through my heavy detox. I've been told that more than one time. So it's so important to get them off on those right steps to success. This team has an amazing boss baby, boss dude, dual, the training that you guys do a couple of times a month. It's amazing. So sorry, I'm tripping over my words tonight, but it's great. It's a great thing to get people off on the right foot so that they're not fearful. But guys, really, if you're not, telling people the minute that they get that product in their hand to do a selfie and say, you know what, my friend has done this, and this with the Spink drink, and I'm going to try it. Who's going to do it with me? If you're not giving them those 3 little sentences to put with a picture on their very first thing, you're really not getting them off on the best foot possible. Because yes, that training is so important. Don't get me wrong. But that first Facebook post saying, my friend got this, and this, and I'm going to try it because I'm going to get the same thing. Who wants to do it with me? Will get you so far. It will get them to silver like that in most cases. So. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? I love it. So, guys, I don't want to keep you guys forever. We've already gone way over on time. But does anybody have anything else to say before I let you guys go get back to your families?
Thanks, Dusty. It was awesome.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good to see you. Thank you all for giving me part of your time. I love every time that I get asked to pop on here. This amazing team that I love more than anything. And share.
You're awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dust.
Thank you, Dusty.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
Bye. Bye, everybody.